Dreams are the why. They're that emotion, that motivating force behind what we do. When we treat dreams like goals, we expect results way too soon. And when we treat goals like dreams, we forget to take action and nothing happens. You're never too busy, too tired, too old, or too anything to pursue your dreams. Welcome to the Distracted Dreamer podcast, where you'll learn how to move all those never-ending distractions aside and chase your dreams with confidence. Hello, dreamers. Welcome back to the Distracted Dreamer. And if you're new here, I want to give you a big warm welcome to the Distracted Dreamer family. I'm your friend and host, Carlene, and today we're diving into a question that sounds really simple, but it's kind of sneaky. It's actually a very deep question, and it's this: what's the difference between dreams and goals? And the reason we're talking about this is because a listener whose name is Sue, she wrote in and she asked me, she said, "What's the difference between goals and dreams? I'm good at setting goals and taking steps to achieve them, but dreams seem dreamy, out there, like something that's unattainable. Maybe my definition of a dream is skewed." So can you relate to that, what Sue's asking? I know that I can. I have to tell you that really resonated with me because I've felt that same tension about dreams and goals. Goals and dreams, it's all the talk. And these two words are used interchangeably as if they are the same thing. But to tell you the truth, they are in fact very different, but so connected at the same time. So I have a story that may just help illustrate what I mean. I've had this feeling for several years that I wanted to create something to reach more of you, to connect with you on the things in your life that matter most, to maybe guide you to whatever that life is that you've been dreaming. But it was all kind of foggy for me. And then I kept hearing from clients and family and friends, "Hey, why don't you start a podcast?" And I loved the idea, but it felt like a dream. It felt like it was out there. And it stayed a dream until I could finally see the steps that I had to take to get it out of the dream world and into our world. I finally saw I needed to have goals to bring this to life, like research the equipment, outline episodes, schedule recording time. And now I realized that my dream wasn't about having a podcast. It was about making a difference. It was about who I wanted to become, my identity. I'm a podcaster now. That's what dreams are. They speak to who you want to become. And the only way I became a podcaster was to set goals to bring the dream to life. And here we are. You and I are getting together once a week to talk, and you are witnessing my dream every time that you show up. And it all started with getting my head out of the clouds and setting goals to bring it to life. Now today, we're going to explore how to untangle dreams from goals and how to connect them in a way that feels empowering. So you're going to learn what makes a dream different from a goal. We're also going to talk about why some goals don't need to be tied to big dreams or any dreams, and that's okay. And finally, why all dreams need goals if they're ever going to become reality. And most importantly, you're going to learn how to start honoring both dreams and goals. Let's start by getting clear on what we actually mean when we talk about dreams and goals. Because when we understand the difference, we can use both in really powerful ways. So let's talk about dreams. Dreams are the why. Dreams are the expansive. They help shape our identity and our visions that we hold for our lives. They're less about the specific achievements, and they're more about how we want to be and how we want to feel. Dreams are the why. They're that emotion, that motivating force behind what we do. Let me give you some examples of dreams. Living a creative life, that's a dream. Finding true love, right? We all have that dream. Making a difference. Oh my gosh, I know so many people that's all we want to do is we want to make a difference. That's a dream. What about achieving financial freedom? That's a dream. Or raising a happy family. Now, these aren't boxes that you just check off. They're directions that you're moving towards. So let's talk about what are some characteristics of dreams now that I've given you some examples of what dreams are. The first characteristic of dreams are they're open-ended. You don't complete a dream like being financially free. You live it. Dreams are also identity-based. So they're about who do you want to become? Dreams are emotionally charged. They actually give you the energy, the purpose, and the meaning. They make you want to get out of bed in the morning. The other thing about dreams is they are ever evolving. What you dreamed at 25, it may shift by the time you're 45. And that's very natural, very normal. And the last thing about a dream is they're partly out of your control. There are probably some elements like timing or luck that are beyond what you can control, and that's okay. So you can dream of finding true love, but a lot of it is out of your control, right? You can't force love. It has to be given space to find you. So let's also talk about that sense of dreams feeling unobtainable, like Sue mentioned, because you're not wrong to feel that way. That's actually part of what makes a dream, is it's not always meant to be achieved, at least not in the same way that a goal is. So I have another story for you. I've had a dream for probably the last decade of traveling to Italy and living there for 3 months to really immerse myself in the culture and live it. And this is one of those dreamy dreams. I haven't taken any steps to make this happen. But it makes me happy to picture myself going to the open market to buy all the fresh produce and have a garden right outside my villa and make my own pasta and drink wine along the cobblestone streets when I'm shopping. Waking up and seeing the breathtaking landscapes. Oh, the blue water. Oh, the olive trees, the history, talking with the locals and learning about their culture. I have goosebumps just talking about it to you right now. But you know what? I'm not sure if I'm ready to be the person I need to be to bring this dream to life. I know, it sounds silly, but I don't know if I could leave my family and my life for 3 months. Because when I go on vacation for 5 days, I'm ready to come home. I get homesick real easy, no matter who I'm traveling with. So the question is, do I have to achieve this dream? Absolutely not. But it is exciting to dream and to think that maybe, just maybe, it's a possibility that I can be that person who does this someday. For me right now, that's enough. And that's the point of dreams. They make you feel good to simply dream them. If the idea that you don't actually have to achieve your dream, if that intrigues you, definitely circle back to episode 2 of this podcast. It's called Your Dreams Matter, Even If You Don't Achieve Them. In that episode, we go much deeper into how dreams serve as our guides to who you want to become, to how you want to feel. Okay, we are going to talk about goals now. So if dreams are the why, goals are the how. Goals, we've heard all this before. Goals are concrete. They have measurable outcomes. They're the how, the specific structured steps that move you toward something that you want. That could be your dreams. Here's some examples of some goals. That you want to run a half a marathon in under 2 hours by June. A goal to save $15,000 by next year. Or maybe a goal to launch a website by the end of the month. Or a goal to write 500 words a day for 4 weeks. So what are the characteristics of goals? We've all heard this. We've heard of SMART goals and everything, right? So goals are measurable. You know when you've achieved them. You know the finish line. They're time-bound. They have deadlines. And they're actionable because you can break goals into steps. The other thing is you can track your progress. You can see progress along the way. And goals are within your control. You drive the outcomes for the most part, in comparison to dreams that we talked about, that there are elements that are just not within your control. But for goals, for the most part, you drive the outcomes. Now, this is where we get confused between dreams and goals. Sometimes we say, my dream is to buy a house next year, but that's really a goal.
But the dream in that scenario is in the identity of you wanting to be a homeowner.
Other times we say, my goal is to be happy, but that's a dream because happiness is ongoing and emotional. It's not time-bound or measurable. Why does this matter? It matters because when we treat dreams like goals, we expect results way too soon. And when we treat goals like dreams, we forget to take action and nothing happens. So getting clarity here between dreams and goals isn't just semantic. It's actually transformational in the way that you talk about the things that you are dreaming of and the things that you want to achieve in your life. That leads us to the relationship between dreams and goals. So I've told you the difference, like we've untangled. These are dreams, these are goals. Now we're going to talk about what the heck do they have to do with each other. So let's explore how dreams and goals connect, because when they're in alignment with each other, that's when things start to really shift. The first thing is, dun dun dun, not all goals serve dreams, and that's okay. If you think about goals, there's 3 different kinds of goals. There's maintenance goals. Those goals are filing taxes, or cleaning out your inbox, or changing your oil. These aren't dreams, right? But they're essential goals that you need to achieve to maintain your life. They create the foundation that keeps your life functioning, so your dreams have room to grow somewhere in your life. So those are maintenance goals. Then we have these things called obligation goals. Helping plan a family reunion or taking a class that's required for work. These reflect love, care, and integrity, even if they're not part of your big vision. So because family is important to you and you want to plan a family reunion, you are going to have a goal of planning a family reunion. It might not be a big dream of yours, and that's okay. The third kind of goal are called stepping stone goals. And these, they're not going to feel inspiring right now, but what they are is they're bridges to something bigger. So think about like if you have a 9-to-5 job and you're only working a 9-to-5 job so that you can fund your passion of creating art. Or what about those certifications that you're getting? You know that once you get the certifications, they're going to open up future career doors for you. But getting the certifications right now is not like lighting you up. You're not excited about it, but you're excited about what's next. Those are stepping stone goals. Now, here's the other thing. First, I said not all goals serve dreams. And now I'm going to tell you that dreams need goals. Not all goals serve dreams, but every dream needs a goal in order to bring it to life. How do we make a dream tangible? Start by asking, what would need to happen for this dream to feel real? What actions can I take this month? What habits do I need to start engaging in to help support it? Let me give you an example. I don't know. I feel like everybody wants to write a book. Like it's not just me, but everybody I talk to seems to want to write a book. So we're going to go with, if you want to become a published author, the dream is that you want to express yourself creatively and engage in storytelling. Next, you have long-term goals that you want to finish a manuscript and you have to find an agent. Then you would have midterm goals where you have to build a portfolio, or maybe you're going to attend a writing conference. And then you have short-term goals to support that dream, where you're going to write 500 words a day, or you're going to join a writing group. And then you're going to have the daily habits, where you are going to show up and you are going to write and edit and read and reflect. What I just took you through is called the dream hierarchy. So you have a dream, and then you have to set long-term goals, and then you have to set short-term goals, and then you have to establish daily habits to support those goals. Dreams provide the meaning or the why, and the goals create the movement, the action. And those daily habits, those build momentum. And when you put all three of those together, then your dream starts to live out in the real world. It's not out there floating around in the clouds. It's no longer dreamy. It is something that you are taking action on. Let's go back to that idea of dreams feeling too dreamy. What if that's not a problem, but a sign that you're dreaming just right? You see, dreams aren't immediate. Dreams aren't meant to be instantly attainable. They're meant to stretch you, to point your compass towards a life that feels aligned to whatever it is that you want. Think of them as the North Star, not the destination on your GPS. You never actually get to the North Star. It's a guide, and that's what your dreams are. And like we explored in episode 2, your dreams, they still matter, even if you never achieve them. The other thing about dreams is they evolve. So as you pursue a dream, you change, and your dream changes too. So, for example, what starts as performing on a stage, that might evolve into composing music behind the scenes. Maybe you learned you don't want to perform on a stage, but you love composing music. You would never have learned that about yourself if you didn't start performing on a stage. The other way dreams evolve is the core dream, it remains. But its shape, it changes, it transforms. And here's the other thing that you have to really remember is dreams take time. Dreams take time. You don't just wake up one day and go, I'm going to do this. You think about your dreams, you dream your dreams. And then when you've had enough of the dreaming, you say, this is something that I want to do. This is who I want to be. This is where I want to go. This is how I want to live my life. Then, and only then, do you decide to attach some goals to that dream. Now let's talk about something very interesting. And what we're going to talk about right now is how some of the goals that you are currently working on, the goals that maintain your life, your obligation goals, some of these goals are secretly holding some dreams, and you don't even know it. If a goal gives you butterflies or a lump in your throat, it might hold a dream inside. Sometimes goals are more than goals. So a promotion isn't just about a salary. It might be about your dream to be seen and heard. Or learning to cook might be about creating joy and connection. It might not just be about the food. Or saving money might be about building the kind of freedom that lets your dreams breathe. It gives you more opportunity. I challenge you to look beneath your goals because sometimes the dream is already in motion. Sometimes you're doing things without even knowing it to make your dreams come alive. Now, even practical goals can be part of your deeper why. So paying your bills, very, very practical. That could be about creating stability for financial freedom. What about cleaning your physical space? That could be about honoring your creativity. Maybe moving your body. That's about you wanting to live a healthy life. When we approach the ordinary with intention, it can really become extraordinary and we can uncover a dream. Let's wrap this up. Dreams are the why. They give our lives meaning and direction. They say who we want to be. Goals are the how. They make the dreams doable. And the other thing to really remember is you don't have to connect every goal to a dream. But if you want to live your dream, you'll need goals to make it real. And maybe most importantly, you don't have to wait until your dream feels achievable to start. Start small. Start now. Here is your invitation for this week. Go ahead and name one dream that truly matters to you. Don't filter it out. What is something that really matters to you? Just name it, write it down. Then I invite you to choose one goal that you can take action on in the next 30 days to move yourself closer to that dream. And then I want you to pick one maintenance goal that you already have and ask, how does this task, like paying the bills, support the life that I'm building? And let that connection, let that fuel you. I would love to know what dream you're choosing to keep dreamy, and what dream are you ready to set some goals around? Hit the Send Carlene a Text link in the show notes and let me know. I love spending time with you here. And if today's episode sparked something for you, I'd love to hear about it. Leave a review, share it with a friend, or come chat with me on Instagram. And thank you so much for tuning in. And your dreams are waiting for you. Your time is now. And I can't wait to see you in the next episode. Oh, and one more thing. This is the legal language. You know, the stuff that the lawyers put together, and they say that I need to read this to you. So here we go. This podcast is presented solely for educational and entertainment purposes. I'm just your friend. I'm not a licensed therapist. This podcast is not intended as a substitute for the advice of a physician, professional coach, psychotherapist, or other qualified professionals. Got it? Good. I will see you in the next episode.